Time at the quick speed shop. I got some maintenance items. I got to fix a couple things in my van. She puked all the oil on the ground. I don't know why that happened. Well, I do, and we'll fix that. And I almost died in an explosion. That was pretty exciting. It's a maintenance day here at the quick speed shop. I got these new safety glasses. Man, they're awesome. You guys, I can keeps the sun glare out of your eyes. Let me go get the parts. Where's the parts? Oh. All right, guys, check it out. I ordered on Rock Auto. I got a new IAC idle air control valve, and as you can see here, okay, you guys can see it right over here. There's holes that moves this rod back and forth, and it's got a gasket. So let's go to the van. Let's go to the van. Let's go to the van. Oh! Let's go to the van. All right. So now the IAC goes here under the hood somewhere. I got to move the air cleaner. Got to move the air cleaner. Where is that? Oh, where? Man, where'd you guys go? Yeah, this safety glasses. Oh, what? Man, these safety glasses are a little dark. Dang it. Oh, you're over there. Well, that ain't gonna work. All right, here we go. One last thing I got to do on the van, and one of my most popular videos is last year before the power tour. Don't lean on the new old stock grill. This grill's new old stock. I bought it at Carlisle. It's mint, or Hershey? No, Carlisle. This thing is mint condition. Don't break it. So, the oil pan drain plug was stripped out, and I did one of them deals where you cut in a new thing, and it's got a smaller internal plug in it. And I did a video on it, and real popular because actually a lot of cars are aluminum oil pans. The thing gets stripped out all the time. This one's steel. So I put it in, and my threads are like ripped right out, so it didn't seal at all, the old one. So it cut some new threads, but it leaked a little bit. This van's been in the garage for like 4 days now. I got a puddle of oil under the oil pan like that. She's leaking bad now. So that thing, I think because the threads were so buggered up on this, it's not going to work. And I didn't put JB weld around. I used RTV. It's been leaking around that. So what I'm going to do is I have a 1/2-inch lug nut, and we got a welder. What I'm going to do is weld this lug nut conical side in, so I've got somewhere to weld to, because the oil pan should have a welded on boss on the oil pan, so it should give a nice place to penetrate in. We're going to weld this lug nut to the side of the oil pan, and then I'm going to use this 1/2-inch bolt with this big rubber washer and a couple of steel washers, and we're going to make a new Super Duty drain plug that is going to have tons of thread to engage in, and then it'll have this rubber washer to seal against, and then we're going to make a new honkin' freaking oil drain plug that will not get stripped and hopefully not leak, because like I said, right down under the floor there's a puddle like that, and it's only been in here 4 days. I can't have it leaking like that. The thing, you know, run out of oil. So we're going to yank that part out of there. It got me through a year. It got me to the power tour, and it worked for what it had to do. Like I was in a way, and there's no way to change the oil pan on this engine without pulling the engine out of the van, or at least like taking the intake and everything off and picking the engine way up to get the pan off it. So I don't want to change the oil pan. That would suck. So we're gonna do the next best thing and weld this lug nut right to that pan. So I gotta get the oil drained out, get it jacked up in the air, let it drain for a while. Yeah, try to clean it up the best I can, get this cleaned up, and we'll weld her up on there and make a new Super Duty drain plug that hopefully won't leak. Smells like emissions in here. Okay, I already backed the what do you call it, self-cutting nut out of here, and the problem is I'm missing threads over here on the pan. I don't know if you can see it in the picture, but a big chunk of the threads are broke out, and I think that's what it never sealed correctly, because it wasn't like a regular stripped one where you could, you know, just cut it into all the new threads. So it would always work its way around this RTV. I saved the oil because the oil is literally brand new. It's got like 10 miles on it. And I've got it, I cleaned out a drain pan really good. And then I put, you know, let the oil go in there clean. And I'll be able to put it back in a jug and then reuse it as soon as we get done. We'll pour it back in the engine. But for now, oh, don't lose the RTV in the hole. I want to clean this up real good. We're going to hit it with a grinder with a flap wheel. I got the van leaning to the passenger side right now, so it's going to encourage the oil to all drain out this way. You can see some people have JB welded these in, and maybe if I used JB weld, maybe it would have not leaked with the RTV like this, but I don't know. It's you know, suspect, but there should be a boss welded to the back side of the pan here, you know, obviously for the threads to be in. So I'm confident we can weld on this all right and have some meat to weld on it. Like I said, it's going to be a lug nut welded to this, and I'm going to use a little bit of the conical shape to help me. Where is it? Right here. So I ground a little bit of the conical area down because I didn't want it super thin and having it burn through and getting the threads. These threads are cut deeper now. It's a 1/2-20 here. But I think I can use this to start it, screw it in like a turn or two into the existing threads to hold it, you know, kind of true. But the bolt isn't going to end up going into the pan at all. It's just going to go right there. So that'll hold it. You can see there's oil running out. We're going to jack the pan up around the other way. I just want to get a proof of concept here. So if I jack the passenger side up, this is the lowest point where the thing is here. I'm going to jack it up. We're going to spray some non-chlorinated brake clean on it. And then hopefully it'll be clean enough. I'll tack it. Then I'm going to back the bolt out so the bolt doesn't, for whatever reason, get tacked in there. Then I'm going to weld it along the bottom first, where the oil would come out first. And then we'll work its way around. I'm pretty confident that I'll be able to get it here. Like I said, right now we're leaning downhill on the passenger side, so that's why it's running out. I'm also, when I put the bolt in, I'm going to have a big rubber washer, like I said, up top. And the threads on the bolt will only end up going in like that far. They won't go into the pan, so it won't engage the original threads at all. It'll just use the lug nut as the threads. And I'm hoping this works. I don't see why it doesn't. Looks like I got a high spot where I ground that. Put a little straight edge on there. That might be high right there. But I should be able to penetrate it in here with the welder. Like, probably the best thing to do would be have a TIG welder do this that you can control, but we're going to MIG it and hope and pray that it works out all right. Okay, I jacked the van up the other way. I got some brake clean on this rag, and I blew some in the pan, and then I blew some compressed air in the pan and tried to blow some of the loose, or the vapors out and the liquid out. And now I think we are ready to try this. I'm going to thread the bolt in just a little bit until it holds. There we go. Man, it's really hard to see. Oh, there we go. Now, as long as no oil comes out, this is the hard part, getting the ground on here. I guess I can do that, but oh, shoot. Man, this is tricky. I'm just going to hold the ground on it. You guys watch, don't get weld splatter on the lens, the camera, whatever you do. Let's try to make something happen here, I guess. Can't see nothing. It's working. Ah, dang it. That's all the brake clean on the rag. Holy shamoly. Ah, ah, ah. Oh. Shoot, I got oil seeping out. Dang it. All right, let's let this cool down. Put that rag out. That was exciting. Don't worry, put it out with the battery. Okay, I got a little bit of oil seeping out. Shoot. I heard that ignite right next to my face. That was awesome. All right. I don't know why. Oh, it's probably drawing the oil out. I'm going to go ahead and back that bolt out before it gets stuck in there. Yep. Come on out. It's probably hot. Come on out of there. Yup. Ooh, she's a little warm. Ow, hot. Ow, really hot. Woo. Get out of there. Woo. Dang. Woo. Hot. Woo. Feel like Ric Flair. Woo. Get out of there. Damn, that's hot. Oh. Okay, we got vapors. Set my rag on fire. I'm gonna have to brake clean the outside of this to clean that up again. What we're gonna do is let her cool down. But I think we got proof of concept here. Got some nice welds. Hopefully there's not a fire in the oil pan. Because I don't know how you'd put that out. Blow some compressed air in there and see what happens. Oh, oil comes out. Shoot. Gotta be able to see. What it does is it pukes oil out where you haven't welded, like wicking it out. Try to keep her clean, I guess. We're almost done, just gotta do the top. I think it's gonna be good. Just got to get the top. All right, I had to thread the bolt back in because I had cleaned up a brake clean and then I had moved the camera out of the way so it wouldn't get weld splatter on it. I hit it, and then freaking boom, a fireball blew out of the oil pan hole. I was like, yikes! So I haven't used any more brake clean because the fumes are in the oil pan and oil fumes are in there. So I threaded the bolt back in, and we're just gonna have to hit it real carefully. I think as long as it can't get, you know, fumes out of the hole, maybe it won't explode, or else it'll blow the oil pan right in the shrapnel. I don't know. I'm gonna hang you guys in a different spot, and I'm gonna keep working it around. We're gonna see what we can see. It's like flashing the oil vapors in the pan, and I don't like it. Oh, let me think about this. Should we not contain the vapors in the pan? Give them some place to get out. That's another good idea. Ooh. Right again. I don't really want to use the what do you call it anymore, because it makes a fire. It makes it freaking explode in your face. That was bad. Wish I had it on camera, but I didn't. It was it blew oil out of that pan like a mofo all over my face. So it had an explosion in there. That's for sure. Don't try this at home, apparently. Okay, for whatever reason, I hit record and it didn't record me putting the JB Weld on, but I just put it on. This is 4-minute setup, and it's 4 to 6 hours of cure. This is just to make sure that we don't have any pinholes in a weld or anything. This will seal it right up. I took a wire wheel on a drill and I cleaned it all up really nice. I didn't see any evidence of oil, so I cleaned it all up, and then that also shined the metal up and put some, you know, abrasions in it. And then I just went and I cleaned all the weld off, and then I went and I put a copious amount of JB Weld around here. Now let it sit for 4 to 6 hours, or overnight actually, and then we'll put oil back in it. But I'm confident that we are all sealed up here, and this thing should be a perfect repair. Well, I went to Napa and I bought a new oil pan bolt here. It's the next day, and because my long bolt with that big rubber washer, I tried tightening it in there and it just kept squishing the rubber, but it wasn't very tight. You could like back it out by your fingers, and I'm like, that's not good. So I got an actual oil pan bolt, 1/2-20 oil pan bolt with the nylon washer, and I'm going to put a little bit of pipe dope on it, just because I don't really trust that nylon washer that much. Just going to goo her up on here. A little dab will do you here. Put a little pipe dope on there. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. Stuff's oil and gas resistant too, I believe. Better be, but it'll get a little on them threads, a little on the washer. Provide a little bit of lubrication and help her seal up. And next time I change oil, I'll just take a little bit of brake clean. Clean it off and reapply the goo. There's the JB Weld. Oh, she's all set up nice. Where's a rag? Apparently it's been dripping oil out on the floor all night, because there's a little bit there. Must have ran out of the top end of the engine. She's dripping, but that's good right there. Let's go ahead and take our bolt. I'll run her up in there. Oh yeah, look at that. See that? Boom. Brand new she is. Yep. And we'll just give her a little. There, just like that. That ought to get that. Oh, my hat, not in the oil. Oh, that washer's perfect on lug nut. A little bit of goo on there. I think we're all set, right like that. I think I'm just going to get a little spray paint. Fog some paint out of this. I don't have any old Ford gray or Ford industrial gray, which is what the oil pan has actually got on it, but you can see how the thing is completely covered with goo. Actually, there was some scale in this pan, so I took axle grease and I wiped my pan with axle grease because it won't melt and fall off, but it'll keep it from getting more corrosion on the outside. It's something you can do with an oil pan. If you don't really care what it looks like, it'll get covered in dirt like this, but I just take, if my pans are crusty, I clean the crust off them and then I just wipe the whole thing with axle grease and let her patina up natural. But we'll let's spray a little paint on this and we'll button her up. I found some Rust-Oleum hammered. Let's hammer tone it. That'll work. Oops. Just flow it right on there. That's fine. Boom. Oh yeah, she's hammering now. I think we got a good-ish repair. It definitely is welded up and sealed up. And as long as this nylon washer and this actual drain bolt seal in that lug nut, which I don't know why they wouldn't, the plastic washer is sealed on the lug nut surface tight, and the bolt is tight, and we got thread dope on there, we should be fine. That looks mint, and hopefully she don't leak no more. Emergency repairs of the van, she's done. I'm going to set it down here. I've got the clean oil that came out of it. I'm going to put that in a clean jug and dump it right back in the engine. Fix that drain plug with the piggyback one where it was tore right out of the pan there leaking. So I'm very confident that it's not going to leak. What am I looking at? Oh. Uh-oh. Look at that. I had all these holes in the firewall. I had just used duct tape. They were from the original conversion van. A mouse ate through that duct tape around that one hole. It's got a hole eaten in it. Not good, bro. And I had mouse stuff in this during storage, too. I'm going to get some kill mat and kill mat both sides of that because they won't want to eat through that stuff. But anyways, I'll take care of that. I'm going to set this guy down. Getting ready for power tour again, 2024. I need a set of new front tires. I wore them out with a bad alignment. They're kind of down on the outside, and get some new Cooper Cobras for the front. Set this thing down. I'm going to start driving it for one thing, getting dialed in, but in, let's see, 2 months, month and a half, was it now? April, June, so yeah, about almost 2 months, probably 6 weeks, 7 weeks, something like that. We're going on power tour. We'll see you guys there. It's up in like the Midwest-ish area, Louisville, Kentucky, Nashville, Tennessee, Indianapolis, Indiana. You'll see. I'll be on there with the van. Ted's coming with me. He's riding along, so we'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bam. Here fixing stuff like horrendous oil leaks at the Quick Speed Shop.